Hey guys, welcome back. Episode 3, Session 7. Welcome to Rome, baby. We're here. We are finally to the games of Trajan. They start tomorrow. And we have just entered the city of Rome. And it is packed. The streets are flooded with people. Everything is decorated in red and white. It is just one of the biggest cities in all of the world at this point. Rome's pretty much the main power in the world. So Rome is probably one of the biggest cities, if not the biggest, in all the world. So, yeah. You guys stroll into Rome, and you keep strolling past people. You seem to be heading further into the city.
Okay.
Rather than camping out on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And when you guys finally come to a stop, and it's right next to what appears to be a pretty nice, I guess you would call it an inn.
Okay.
And I'm assuming it's just because you're looking out the back of the cart. That's how you're seeing this.
Yeah.
I imagine the cart being like covered.
Okay.
But yeah. I mean, you're looking out the back of this, and you guys stop by a pretty nice inn, and you see Gallus get out, and then the carts start going again, and they take you to, what appears to be a worse part of town. Yeah, a worse part of town. But it's obviously not a bad part.
Okay.
And you guys end up getting put in. Oh, how can I explain this? There's near the Colosseum. Around that area. It's probably about average type of people. Not wealthy, not complete broke. Living around the Colosseum, obviously you're gonna get a lot of foot traffic in the area. So a lot of noble people don't live there. And a lot of poor people don't live there because they can't afford it.
Okay.
Rome tries to keep the poor people away from there because normally they tend to be scoundrels and things like that. But yeah, near this, there is near the Colosseum, there is a pretty sizable building that which looks to be almost a huge holding cell. There's one huge iron gate on this house.
Okay.
This building, I guess I should say. And behind this huge gate, you see a whole bunch of what appears to be other gladiators. Okay. And this gate lifts up just high enough for you all to get in, and it closes behind you.
I mean, we're with all the other gladiators?
You are only with the two other gladiators with you.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, the other gladiators are there, but the only two, Valerius and Valent enter with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you guys walk in, I mean, you see a whole bunch of these other gladiators.
We're all in just one room, or?
It's a huge opening.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, there's part of it has a roof over it, but another part appears to be. It kind of reminds you of the courtyard at the house.
Okay.
But again, this is probably a 2 or 3 story tall wall.
Oh, okay.
And it's pretty sizable. It's huge. Probably a 40 by 30 holding cell almost. All right. On the back wall, you walk in the gate. Okay. All the way against the back. So 30, 40 feet back. You see a whole bunch of cells on the wall. And on the left and right, about 20 feet back, you see cells go all the way back to the back of the wall as well. So there's a shit ton of cells to hold all these gladiators. All right? And you see the eating quarters off to the left, 10, 15 feet away from you. And you see a lot of training shit, out in the middle of the courtyard, off to the right, things like that, okay?
Okay.
You getting a good, decent picture of this place?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So if you have a question about it real quick, ask.
Okay, so the cells are...
A shit ton.
Now, did you say they're lined up on the side or at the far
They are
end?
lined up they are both.
So it's basically surrounded by cells.
So, yeah. No, halfway. Start about 20 feet in front of you on each side, left and right. The cells start, and they go all the way back to the back wall, and they also cover the back wall.
Okay.
So there's a lot of fucking cells.
So how big are these cells?
Probably about the same size as the ones at home.
Okay. So maybe like 3 gladiators can fit in one.
Probably about 5.
But packed, though. Right.
I mean, you kind of all lay down. I mean, you have to sit up against the wall and go to sleep
Okay.
with 5.
Now, how many gladiators are in here already?
You see probably about 40.
We're all just chilling in the open area? No one's in cells?
No one's in cells. All the cells are open. You see probably about half of them eating and drinking water. You see probably about another 10, training. And you see the other 10 probably, just conversing like they've seen each other before. But, they're kind of like catching up, it appears.
Okay.
And when you first walk in, Valen and Valerius, they walk straight to get food.
Alright, I'll follow them then.
Right next to them, or...
I'll just be behind them, just walking behind them.
Alright, yeah, so you walk behind them, and they get their food, and they go sit down next to a couple of other gladiators that you have no idea who they are, nor have you ever seen them or heard of them.
Yeah.
You sit next to them, or do you go somewhere else?
I don't know, I'll just sit near them.
Different table, same table? I mean, there's
I'll sit same table.
Alright, so yeah, you sit down at the same table, and they look at you like, what the fuck are you doing?
These guys are such pricks. I'm just gonna look at them. Actually, no. They look at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, they kind of give you a look like, why are you sitting beside us?
I'm not gonna say anything.
All right. So I mean, yeah, you're just gonna keep sitting next to him.
Yeah.
All right. And again, it was just a look. They didn't actually say that to you, but they go on eating their food.
As am I.
All right. And the guy across from you guys, these tables probably seat 5 people apiece on each side. So they're a little bit bigger than the ones at home. But there's, we'll say they seat 6 people on each side.
Okay.
So they hold more than ones at home seat probably 3. So they hold almost double what your ones at home do. The guy across from you, directly across from you, the other side's completely filled up. Guy across from you looks at you and he says, "You're one big motherfucker. You know that?"
Yes, I've been told that.
Yeah, right.
What's this guy look like?
Oh, say, you know what? He appears to be pretty old.
Pretty old.
Yeah, if you had to guess, you'd probably say he's probably about 33, 34.
Okay. How big is he?
He's pretty ripped. You could tell. Obviously, he appears to be he appears to have been a gladiator for quite some time now. The stress and the gladiator life appears to have taken its toll as well. He's got a lot of wrinkles on his face, like under his eyes and things like that. Stress lines are basically taking their toll. Because the life of a gladiator can be definitely stressful. Never knowing if you're going to live another day, kind of thing. Let's see. He probably stands about 6 feet. 1. If you had to guess, just compared to your height sitting at the table.
Okay.
And he has just somewhat longish blonde hair. Probably goes down to about his neck. Doesn't go to the shoulders. Just kind of goes down a little bit.
Okay.
Some not quite Thor shit, but
yeah, a little bit shorter.
a little bit shorter.
A little bit shorter than Thor.
Right. That's what this guy looks like.
All right. So yeah, he says that, and I said I've been told that. Yes.
No, you don't believe it?
No, I do. I've been told that.
Okay. Well, you know what? How do you feel you match up against the rest of these guys?
How do I feel against everyone here?
He's gonna look at you and kind of give you like, "Are you stupid?" look, or did you just not hear me?
All right, so I'm
You
just
know,
gonna
and,
be like,
and he's not trying to be disrespectful, but he could definitely tell you're not Roman, so he doesn't really know if you speak complete Roman.
yeah, I have a sick accent.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely do. You definitely do.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, I'm pretty confident as it stands, but
How,
I
m-
haven't
how,
seen
how,
anyone else here do. I haven't witnessed anyone else here battle, so I don't know.
kind of like gets wide eyes, like you don't know any of these guys.
No,
You got your work cut out for you, son.
I guess if you say so.
How many games have you fought in?
How many games?
And he gives you another look.
Yeah, like he says games. I'm just like games.
Games.
Maybe one. I don't know if that was a game.
And like he does like one of these things.
Like, what the
One
fuck?
game.
E-
And he like puts his
if you could call it that, I
and he
don't know.
puts his elbow on the table and just like puts his head in his hand and shakes his head.
Okay.
He's like, you know what? It was good knowing you, friend.
Likewise. Let's just continue eating.
Okay. All right. So yeah. During that conversation, when everyone else kind of hears you say you only fought in one game and you don't know of anyone else here, people at your table hear that. The other two guys end up chuckling, like, "Wow, this guy is a fucking retard, and he's gonna get shit on." Kind of thoughts going across their head,
Awesome. Okay.
and you could tell this.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, what do you finish your food and no one really says anything else to you. What do you do? Valen and Valerius get up and take their food. They take their plates. They actually take their plates. They don't leave them on the table this time. They take their plates and they go put them up what appears to be a dish area.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'll do the same. And you said there was like training area?
Yes, there's definitely a training. It's a huge training area, and they don't have a lot more equipment than what Gallus has, but you could definitely tell there's maybe some more things to do than what Gallus offers.
Okay. So I'll just go train a little bit.
Okay. One of the new things you see, and this kind of surprises you, they have a chain wrapped around a pole.
Okay.
A wooden post, wooden 2x4, 4x4, whatever. Comes out of the ground about 6 feet, 7 feet. Okay. And you see another guy actually have a chain in his hand, standing in front of a post, and he is like practicing throwing this chain and having it wrap around this post almost like he's practicing like throwing something from his side.
Okay.
This motion here, like he's throwing like this.
Okay.
And trying to get the chain to twirl and wrap around the post.
Okay. I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah. You see a whole bunch of different style of weapons. Typical ones you've seen at home.
Okay.
Nothing really new to you. You see the wooden figures as usual, but they appear to have some padding to it.
Padding. Okay. Like,
Yeah, like what appears to be maybe pillows or stuffed something with cotton in it or something like that.
okay, so just okay.
Yeah, wooden figure, but with padding on it. I'm going to tell you now, you can just assume that because the Colosseum's been here and some of the most fierce gladiators actually train here, they try to keep the wooden post from actually breaking and shit like that, so they put a wooden pad on it so it doesn't get beaten as bad as it probably could have been.
Yeah. Okay.
And then some workout equipment. There's more than just the typical huge piece.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do they got?
They got bigger pieces now.
Bigger. Oh, sweet. That was kind of light. Back to the Ludus.
It was pretty light for you. They got some bigger pieces, and let's see. They actually have, we'll call it what appears to be something like chest press or bench press.
Really?
We'll say it's something like that.
All right. So my guy being, a lifter, he's used to all that shit, and he's kind of like not as satisfied with the equipment back at the Ludus. I'll go check out some of this new stuff they got.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So that's what I do. I just kind of rotate through those.
Okay, yeah, you do that, and
Maybe try out some of the heavier weights and try to go pretty heavy.
Okay, so you're gonna show off the heavier weights.
I'm not gonna do like more than I can do, but like what I'm used to,
All right.
which would
So
be
I'm not gonna let you take that back. You are now showing people actually what you're capable of.
okay. I'm lifting my usual weights.
I'll tell you right now, you will now actually not get a surprise attack for your first attack against whoever you face.
I won't get a surprise attack.
Yeah, you're going to get kind of like a caught off guard attack. You're going to get a plus to your attack roll, but now because you've shown it off a little bit, people are starting to notice you because you're lifting a lot more than most people.
They wouldn't be able to see that though. Like I'm fucking huge. Obviously, I
No,
can
you're
lift
fucking
more.
huge, but a lot of people underestimate you because one, the word spreads quickly. You haven't been in a game before.
Okay.
They know you don't really, they don't know too much about you, but they know that you've fought in one game and you don't know anything about the rest of these guys. A lot of these people are legends in Rome.
Okay.
A lot of these people are known across all of Rome.
Okay, that's completely fine.
But yeah, I mean, you're lifting a lot of weight here, and a lot of these guys would have thought you were just a dumb brute that's clumsy and could be easily taken out just by a quick swing or something like that, by pure speed. But with you showing some strength, they definitely know that you pack a punch. They're like, oh wow, I should probably watch out if I face this guy.
Okay. Cool. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. So
Intimidation is one thing that
yeah.
my character likes.
Right. All right. So yeah, I mean, you get done lifting, and what do you do now? I mean, you got a little sweat going on. Not, I mean, like you said, you probably didn't work too hard, so nothing.
Got a good pump going.
Yeah. I mean, you're feeling pumped.
So yeah, I'll probably just practice my form on one of the dummies with my axes if I find any.
Definitely find axes.
Cool. So no, I'm not gonna do that actually.
What are you gonna do then?
Let's see.
Five seconds.
What other kind of stuff is there?
Conversing with people, working out, eating, drinking water. Or
Or drink some water.
All right, you drink water.
I drink 2 glasses, I should tell you.
Yeah, I mean, you get it without any complaints or anything like that.
All right, so I'll just probably walk around, look at everyone.
Okay, yeah, you could definitely tell people are looking at you.
Now, can I roll a perception?
Yeah, go ahead. I was actually going to have you roll a perception check.
Okay, because I want to see what kind of people I see.
That is beautiful. Yeah, go ahead and roll a d20.
Plus my perception.
Plus that per.
24.
All right, so you see another guy that stands almost your height.
Almost? Okay.
You were what, 6'7"?
I think so.
Yeah, this guy stands 6'6", but he is not a brute like you. He's, pretty muscular body, but isn't as hulkish.
Okay, he's not no Hulk.
He's definitely not a Hulk, okay?
Okay.
He's pretty tall. Pretty muscular. And he's not really doing much. I mean, he's just kind of leaning over up against the wall, sitting next to a couple other, leaning up against the wall, next to a couple of other gladiators, just conversing.
Okay.
That's all you basically get from this guy. He's got dark hair, and it's just average length.
All right.
A little bit shorter than mine. Because mine's pretty long actually.
Okay, so, alright. Who else do I see around here?
Are you looking for anybody in particular?
I'm looking for individuals that look like they stand out.
Valerius is probably one of the most stand-out characters.
Okay.
6'4", and the reason he stands out more so than the rest is because he doesn't have any cuts on his body. Doesn't have any scars or anything on his body.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So other than him, I already know who he is, so I'll look around for other guys that look Notable.
Yeah, you see a guy over in a corner. When you first walk in, he's actually directly to the right.
Okay.
That's
In the corner?
Yeah, this is my right on the screen. But yeah, yeah, because it goes
Yeah,
left.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's directly to the right, straight in the corner. And it's kind of dark in that corner, but yeah, I mean, you can easily see him. Can't tell his height. Obviously, again, he appears to be pretty muscular. As do most of these guys, actually. I'm going to just say that right now. Maybe,
Well, yeah.
yeah, some of them are more buff, while some are more toned.
Okay.
You know, and this guy, you can't really figure out too much about him, other than the fact that he's sitting by himself, and you see his lips moving, but like not a lot.
He's by himself, but he's like talking to himself.
Kind of. You're assuming it to be kind of like talking to himself, but again, his mouth doesn't move like he's talking to someone. The lips are just kind of moving, like he's muttering.
Oh, he's a weird guy that sits in the corner. Okay.
It's what you're assuming. You don't know.
All right. Stay away from that guy. He's a weirdo. Who else do I see? What's this guy look like, actually?
He's actually bald. No, he's got a shaved head.
Shaved?
He's got a shaved head, and
hair.
on the side of it is a design.
In hair?
In his hair, yeah, he's got a shaved design in his head.
Okay.
All right, and it appears to be that of an eagle.
Eagle. Oh, shit. He's talking to his eagle. Okay. So, yeah, I'll keep looking around.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you look around, and I said the guy had shaved head, right? Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
With an eagle shaved into his head. You look around, you don't really see anybody else that really kind of appears to be different than the rest of the crowd. Again,
Just look like a bunch of
you
gladiators.
saw the really tall guy. You saw Valerius stand out just because of the fact that he doesn't really have any, cuts or scars on his body. And then you see the weird guy in the corner that has what appears to be talking to himself and has an eagle shaved into his head on both sides.
Oh, both sides. Okay.
Both sides.
And he's talking to himself over there.
Appears to be talking to himself.
Okay. Well, I didn't see anyone else, so that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll just let time pass, chill out.
All right, cool. Yeah, you chill out, and this guy in the corner gets up and starts walking towards you.
The weird guy?
The weird guy.
Cool, that's fine. I'll just sit here and...
Are you sitting at a table, or are you just sitting up against the wall?
The table's occupied.
I mean, there's a couple open tables. Not everybody's eating.
All right, I'll sit at an open table then.
All right, cool. Yeah, you're sitting at an open table, and this weird guy that appeared to have been talking to himself, he gets up and starts walking towards you.
Okay, now, do I notice this? I
Yes.
guess I need to roll for this.
No, you notice it.
Okay, so I'll just sit there and be like, okay, what the fuck is this guy doing?
All right, yeah, he comes over, and you're sitting at an open table by yourself, and he comes over to your side and sits right next to you.
Is he looking at me?
Nope.
How close did he sit next to me?
If it's a 6-person table, and you're sitting on the far left, he's sitting second from the far left.
So, like, the seat next to me?
Yes.
Okay, so he just sits down, just doesn't say anything? He just sits down?
No, he sits down. I didn't know if there was anything you wanted to do between.
I'll just kind of look at him.
He says, "Why were you looking at me?"
I'm looking at everyone. I'm trying to see who's around here.
You looked at me longer than the others.
Well, I was just looking at your...
Why were you looking at me?
Well, you have a nice, cool design on the side of your head, What's that all about, though? What's eagle?
Yeah, it's an eagle.
Is there any significance, or just to look awesome?
Both.
Okay. What's the significance, then? If you don't mind me asking, of course.
It's the sign of my people.
And who are your people? This guy's fucking... And who are your people? I don't know anyone by that crest.
Your knowledge, you know a lot of symbols in Rome.
Oh, do I?
We'll say you do. You were on the road for 2 or 3 years traveling, and knowing you were going to Rome, you probably were asking a lot of questions about who to look for and what to look out for, type thing.
Okay, so
And no one ever mentioned really an eagle as someone's like main banner.
so no eagles, to my knowledge.
Not in Rome, at least. And the guy says, "It's not. We're not from Rome."
Oh, you're not from Rome? You are not from Rome.
Yeah, we're not from Rome.
Who's we? Do you have some guys with you?
No, me and the eagle.
Gotcha. You and the eagle. Okay. Cool, man. I'm not from Rome either, so.
Awesome. Hey, what's your name?
My name is Gervas. What's your name?
Just call me the eagle.
The eagle. That's really easy to remember. Thank you.
Yeah, but people normally, they give me a name here, and starts with an L. It's Lucius.
So real name Lucius.
No, real name Eagle.
Real name Eagle.
Roman name. Lucius.
Roman name Lucius. Gotcha. I haven't been given a Roman name yet. So where'd you say you're from?
Not from Rome.
I know where.
We come from the Far East.
Far East.
Okay,
Okay.
I lied. It's south. It's south. Far south.
Wait, get your story straight. South or east?
Well, if I'm looking straight right now, I'm looking north. My story would go north, but my story's south.
All right. So you're from the south.
I'm from the south.
This people of the eagle.
You see him like look over to his right, and you're sitting on his left. He says, "Shut up."
Oh my god, this guy's awesome. All right, so yeah, I'm like, what did he say?
Who?
Who'd you tell to shut up?
I didn't tell anyone to shut up.
Where's your eagle?
It was taken from me.
So where?
I don't know. They took him when I left.
When you left where? Your home?
Yeah.
Were you taken from your home or did you leave your home?
I like to think that I left, but they took me.
Okay. Who took you? Romans?
Yeah, Romans.
For what?
I don't know. I don't. Shut up.
Ugh.
And he goes, I think they wanted my eagle.
Well, I think your eagle got away. I'm getting that vibe. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the eagle got away.
My eagle saved me.
Saved you? How? You're here.
No, he will save me.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. He's definitely going to swoop down and get you to a safe place. That's for sure.
No, he will.
I know. I'm telling you this.
I know.
I believe with you.
Okay, good.
Like, your story is checking out.
And you hear him mutter something again to his right, but you don't hear it this time.
Okay. So who are you talking to over there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you keep looking to your right and saying words. Are you talking to yourself, or
All
is
right.
it...
You're about to get interrupted. Hurry up and ask a question.
Okay, so... No, that's what I asked.
3.
Who you talking
What
to?
was it? Yeah, he said, I don't know what you're talking about. That's what he said. You have 3 seconds. 2, 1,
Nothing. I'm just not gonna say anything.
and it's Valen. Valen walks over to you,
Okay.
and he's like leaning over puts his hands on the table from the opposite side, and is like leaning over, looking at you.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to mess with his kind. They're crazy. They believe in these sorcery animals and things like that. Don't spend your time with this fool. And this guy gets up, looks over at Valen, and says, "You'll pay for that," and just leaves.
Oh, this guy's awesome. Okay, so to Valen, I'll say, so what were you saying? What's up with that guy?
Oh,
You know him?
no, I don't know him. I know of his kind. Long time ago, Rome invaded down south near Egypt, and they found this tribe of people that worshipped
Okay.
basically animals, and the animals that were worshipped were actually taken, and there were some of these people that were their life purpose was to guard these animals, and they went so insane guarding these animals because of the fact that they just ate, drank, and took care of these animals. They never had any interaction. And some of them went so insane they actually believed that they could speak to the animals.
That's crazy. Never heard of that.
No, yeah. Yeah. Nor did we.
Well, thanks for sharing with me. Keep one more crazy away.
Yeah. Don't expect the help. This is the one time, okay?
Well,
you got a target on your back now. Just be careful.
well, I've had a target on my back this whole time. I'm sure.
All right.
Even with
and
you.
again, you remember who Valen is, right?
Yeah, I know balance.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you remember who he is. I was not going to tell you again. I just wanted to make sure you knew.
Yep, I got all that.
All right, cool. So yeah, and he looks over and he says, "Tonight, make sure you find our cell. All right, find our cell, Valerius and I's.
All right, where's your cell?
Just find us. There's no assigned cells. Just find us.
All right, so just okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Cool. I will do that.
All right, cool. All right, so yeah, what are you gonna do now?
Just chill out.
All
Trying to look around, see if I notice that eagle character. If I do, I'll just just note where he is.
Yeah. I mean, he went back to his corner and he's just sitting there again, murmuring.
Murmuring to himself.
Yeah, murmuring to himself.
All right. So, it's been about 30 minutes, just so you know.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I will just sit at the table. Keep an eye on. I'll keep an eye on Valen.
All right.
See kind of where he's at.
Yeah. I mean, cool. You definitely. Oh, excuse me. I got a burp. Excuse me. Yeah. I mean, you keep an eye on Valen. You keep an eye on the other guy as well. And nothing really eventful happens. You see a couple of gladiators get in each other's face and being all big and bad, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
One comes over to you.
Okay.
He just doesn't say anything. He walks past you and basically stares you down.
He's just walking by me, staring me down.
Yeah, it's probably about 6'3".
All right, I'll just stare him down.
All right. And when he walks by, he stops for just a second, and you're sitting down. So he looks down at you a little bit and says, "What's your name?"
Oh, he approaches me.
He doesn't really approach you. He's walking past you, but as he gets right beside you, he stops, looks over at you, and he says, "What's your name?"
Gervas.
All right, and he walks away.
Okay. When he's walking away, I say, "Hey, what's your name?"
Doesn't even look back or try to answer.
Name.
Nothing.
No name. All right. You're no name. Got it.
Okay. Yeah, you could tell this guy was kind of tall. Probably about Valerius' height almost.
Okay.
And he appeared to be wearing what was eyeshadow and shit. Kind of make his eyes pop, make him look kind of, furious type thing. Kind of bold in the eyes, and had some like football shit on his face, like paint almost. Had some
face paint.
Yeah, face paint. He has some face paint on his face as well. Okay, that's what this guy looked like.
Okay. So he just walks by.
Yeah.
Skin tone.
Darker.
Darker? Like darker than usual, or?
Yeah, darker than most Romans.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. And hair type. You know what? Let's go with ponytail.
Ponytail. Okay. Cool. All right, so I'm just still chilling, keeping an eye on Valen and Valerius.
Cool. Yeah. Nothing happens. Night comes to a close, and you see people start heading to the cells to get the rest as the games start rather early in the morning.
Cool. So I will still keep my eye on Valen. See which cell he goes into.
Okay. Yeah. You definitely see which one he goes into, and you kind of get in a group huddle almost, as you're a whole bunch get up and start walking to their cell kind of at the same time, and there's a couple people around you, probably 3 or 4, and you hear someone whisper in your ear, "You'll die tomorrow. You'll die tomorrow."
I immediately look at him. Do I see him?
You don't know who it was. There's a lot of people around you. You have no idea who it was.
Okay.
Came from your left ear, though.
Left ear. So I'll just turn as soon as I hear it. I don't
Yeah.
see like no one suspicious.
Nope. You don't see anything really suspicious. You just heard, "You'll die tomorrow."
Cool. I'll just keep walking.
All right, cool.
That's some creepy shit. Probably that eagle guy. Fucking with me.
So yeah, I mean, you get to your cell, and they lock up the cells, and there is you, Valen, and Valerius,
Okay.
and two other guys on the other side of the cell. One being the 6'6" guy that you saw earlier, leaning up against the wall.
Oh, he's in our cell?
He's in your cell, and as is the older guy
That I spoke to?
Yeah, I spoke to earlier.
Thor?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's it?
Yeah.
Just us three and then those two?
Yeah, there's only 5 of you, so you're gonna have to like lean up against the wall to go to sleep.
Cool. Sleeping time then.
Yeah, you don't want to talk to anybody?
Well, I've already talked to that other guy. I don't really actually want to talk to anyone. I just want to kind of... Oh, no, I will say to the guy that I talked to earlier, Thor.
You're gonna call him Thor.
Yeah, he's Thor now. I'll just say to him, so, what's your name?
He says, "Oh, I try not to get too fancy with names until, I know a person actually has, a reason to be here. And by that I mean you survive at least a couple of games. It's like there's no sense in making friends when you know they might even die tomorrow."
Fair enough.
He says, "If I see you tomorrow, we'll talk."
If you see me tomorrow?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
You fight tomorrow, right?
Shit, do I know?
Yeah, you definitely fight tomorrow. You fight probably pretty early. Not pretty early, but you fight early in the morning. You
Okay.
fight before noon in the morning.
Because, yeah, I definitely be there. Fighting it up. I don't say that.
Fighting it up. Getting it.
Fighting it up. Getting it. No, I just say, yep. I'm fighting tomorrow.
All right. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, so, I mean, and he says it more in a Roman way than I do, so.
Yeah, of course. Every one of these conversations.
Yeah, we'll end session 7, part 3 right there. Next part, we'll be going into probably the arena.
The battles.
We'll be entering the Colosseum.
It's going to be sick.
Yeah, guys, I appreciate you stopping by again. Really appreciate you guys being here. It's a lot of fun for us to provide content for you guys, even if you don't enjoy it. We love you for not enjoying it. So, yeah, guys, check out tomorrow's episode and see what happens to our famous Gervas.
Famous. Not quite, but almost.
Definitely not famous. I like to add a little spice to it. So, yeah, guys, see you tomorrow.